Hello, everyone. Welcome to New York Neutrals. I'm Santi, and today we're going to be going over the New York Knicks versus the Orlando Magic, the series as a whole. Mr. G isn't with me for today's video, but we'll try to get him on for future videos. For right now, we must talk about the New York Knicks and the Orlando Magic. Before we head into it, I want to take some time to talk about the Orlando Magic organization and the team as a whole. Right now, the team, well, first of all, they had a good draft, I feel. They got Jalen Suggs, who some people may argue dropped in the draft. And I think he dropped to the perfect spot in Orlando Magic. I think he'll grow in on this team. And they have a lot of young guys on this team. The fact that they got rid of Aaron Gordon, Vucevic, that core that they had, they only kept Ross, who was really a part of that core, and they really got rid of their big guys. And I think this is gonna allow room for other players to prosper, like Mo Bamba, like Cole Anthony. The Wagner brothers were phenomenal, and they just have a lot of guys on this team who I think could really grow into a great team. They even have a former Nick in Brazdakis. Uh, I think Rolo, yeah, Rolo as well. I don't know if they'll keep him for a long time because Mobamba, he just looked really good in this team. Their coach, as you can see, is Jamal Mosley. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Um, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he's a rookie coach as well. But for now, yeah, I like their team. I think they could all really grow. Let's not forget Fultz is on that team. He's had a little bit of a weird career as a whole, though. So I don't know how Fultz is gonna work out. But the Knicks go 1-1 in this series. One win to the Knicks away, and one win to the Magic in the Knicks MSG. Back-to-back games where this Knicks team broke history. I think they scored the most 3-pointers at one point in Knicks history. Yeah, they were, look, 24 points, 24 threes. That's crazy. And for Orlando, I think Cole Anthony was cold, and so was Jalen Suggs. Yeah, Cole Anthony was cold, and Suggs was cold as well. So they really had nothing going for them. But Franz Wagner, he was really good, and Mo Bamba, he hit some nice threes. Yeah, he hit three threes. I don't know if they all came in the first, but they did really good in the first quarter. I mean, not really good because if you look at, they only had 16 points in the first quarter, but individual play for them was good. As a team, it wasn't quite working out. And the Knicks, yeah, they were on fire in that first quarter, man. Let's talk about Julius Randle. A double double in this game, and honestly, he was on fire. Plus 24, 9 of 16, 2 of 6 field goals, 3-pointers. That's not bad. Kemba Walker, 4 of 8. Fournier, he's looking like the 1-2 punch for this Knicks team. And yeah, a lot of people got playtime in here because it was a blowout. It's a blowout game. Jericho Sims even saw play early on. I saw Toppin looked good, 13 points. D Rose plus 34. Like, he's on the floor and he's providing so much. You don't see it, but plus 34 on the offense is crazy. The defense, Jericho Sims with a steal, Toppin with 2 steals, Randall with 2 steals, Fournier with 2 steals, and Barry, he didn't have quite the night, 7 points, but plus 12, and what he's doing on defense is pretty good. He's stepping up his defense game this year. Quentin Grimes got to check in, quickly had some good threes, and the threes were just falling in this game. 24 of 54. It was a great Knicks win. And as you can see, we were taking a lot of threes, so were they, but we were just making them, man. Beating them on almost all team stats here. 3 point, free no, not free throw. They won us a free throw. Um Rebounds. No, they actually won us some rebounds too. Defensive rebounds. Wow. Assists, steals, blocks. Yeah, turnovers is gonna help us. Fast break points, points in the paint. Well, we're tied in points in the paint, but that tells you how good this Knicks team is. Their largest lead was 3 points. I mean, what can I say? What a great effort from this Knicks team. We're gonna be jumping into some highlights. I'm gonna cover what I think, what I saw on the Knicks part. Maybe some Magic highlights. Probably not though. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let's go. I'm gonna be drawing over to see to show you my perspective on things like in the last video. So and right off the bat, you see the chemistry. Julius Randle doing a cross court pass to Kemba. Yeah, threes are just raining. It's kind of hard to think that the Knicks team from a couple years back, I think it was 2018, was such a terrible shooting team. And look how far we've come. We're rewarded as fans. As Kemba tries to take a charge, and Jalen Suggs, they like mentioning this, but he was a prospect for both basketball and football. So he runs and trucks Kemba, and Kemba's really good at getting those charges. I just want to mention, look how crafty Fournier is. So he started all the way back here, right? Look how oh, we can't use that. That's too much, too yellow. The core is already yellow. Look how crafty Fournier is. He started all the way back here. He drives on his man all the way over here and gets the end one. And he's doing ISO. ISO, look at these guys. They're all here. Mitch is there just in case. He gets all the way to the bucket and scores it. And that's just something you wouldn't see from a Bullock last year, you know? I just want to point this out because I love that RJ is still going strong to the rim after last year. He was so proficient at doing this. But look at this. Kemba has the ball, gets a pick from Mitch, gets all the way down to the paint, and sees that RJ beats Hampton, so he could get the pass, gets the ball in his hands after a pick from Mitch. So Mitch is in here, and Kemba's gonna go out here to not clog the space. And look at how far Terrence Ross is from his man. He could possibly pass it to either one here, Terrence Ross or Julius Randle, because look at how far these guys are from these guys. And what does he do? He takes it to the rim. On Hampton, does a little spin move. Look, like I said, Kemba's out there. His man is open here, and he's drawing defense here. All the way and finishes at the rim. RJ. Like I said, he had a silent game, but he's bringing up the ball. He's doing things you don't see on the stat sheet. And look at that amazing assist. Finds Mitch wide open and blows the lead up. He's everywhere on the court. It doesn't get shown as much. Look at this move. He's so strong, and there's look at how clogged this is. He all the way from over here. He's darting over there. And the Knicks players get beat here. Look how much Orlando players are here. All four are here with one coming. And he's still beating them. He's taking it to Terrence Ross and Wagner. And then on you. That's insane. That's picture perfect. Man, I love RJ. Great defense again here. I think they credited Jericho Sims. Well, Jericho Sims got a steal, but They might have credited him with the steal, but Fournier gets that nice little initial pick, and again everyone starts immediately running. And Sims is classified as 6'9". He looks taller than 6'9". I hate to harp on that. Look at Sims compared to Randall. I mean, he looks tall. Come on now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Immature. The give and go to Rose and then back to Randall, man. The offense was just flowing this game. Again, another Knicks highlight. Fournier with the pocket room that we mentioned before. He's in a pocket dimension, Fournier. Look at this. Randall, pick. Ross has to come and fight the pick. He's already in a pocket dimension. Look how far his man's is. And Wagner, maybe Wagner could step past it, but he's already in his little pocket room. Look how much room is there. Look how much room. Look at this. Look at it. His man is still fighting the pick, and he's open. This is just something I want to see more of this year with how athletic we have players. Jericho Sims is right here, right? Who's that? Cole Anthony. He beats him out for a rebound. Immediately pass it to your point guard. Make sure they can get the pass. They have the vision. They have the the right to do that. And D Rose is a veteran, so he's really good at this. Who darts over there? Obi Toppin and Quickly. They have to make it over there to extend the play, right? And look, we didn't see much of this last year. Obi Toppin outlet pass gets an easy layup on Brazdeikis, and Quickly is right there. So he has two options: either take it to the hoop or pass. And what does he do? Takes it to the hoop, gets an easy and one. This is something to discuss here. I'm recording this after the fact, after multiple games. We just finished with the Toronto game, and there's a Pacers game tonight. Burks has looked lost to me. I mean, he goes all the way down here in the paint after the pick from Sims, and he's looking to find Sims on a pick and pop. Choose who you pass to and don't do lazy passes. Look at this. He gets all the way down here and does a lazy behind the back pass to Sims. I mean, if Sims got it, he probably would have got an open look. But you need to stop sometimes and really see, because if you get here, you already see that this guy is being guarded. And if you bring the ball back out like what Kemba does, you bring the ball back out, you can see D Rose is open. I mean, and you're pulling the defense in here, so you should know that Toppin is open for a potential 3-pointer. Quick thinking on Rose's part. He's all the way over here and sees that he needs to get to this spot and saves Burks. What would have been a turnover for him. And look at that. In the start of the second, 41-19. This is what you like to see from Burks. Straight off the Jericho Sims pick, he's going to drive in on Rolo. He has two defenders here, so he's going to drive in on Rolo, and he wants the pick and roll. He wants to set up Sims. He sees that Sims gets a little pocket room. As Wagner, he's a little stagnant. He's still thinking about guarding this guy. Gets a little pocket room and passes it to Sims for an easy bucket as he gets Rolo in the air. Little raise the roof action over there. And looky here, Ross. Rumored to be Nick last year. I actually liked his game. I still like his game. And we probably could have saved him from this Magic team if it went through that we got, because we already traded to the Magic, so he was probably rumored to be in that trade and maybe left off. But straight off here, great defense from the Knicks. We get a hand on it. That's RJ with a nice steal, and Kemba keeping his eyes up, seeing that he has two guys running down here. So he has the decision. Who does he want to pass to? Both these guys don't know that they're targets. Obi knows that he can see that RJ is a potential target, but he has two options. RJ's calling for the alley-oop, and he chooses eventually right here. And I'm sorry, I gotta point this out. Obi puts his hand and shoves RJ so he can get the clear room. And he doesn't get up in time, but he still is able to connect off of a little clog in the transition there. And RJ, look at man, look at oh man, RJ's just getting so smart. His ability to do these things are gonna be crazy because it looks like he practiced on this. He's being guarded by Terrence Ross, who's a great defender. He's gonna go over here on a straight 1-on-1, fake a jump shot and then take it. That's something you like him being more aggressive, and great pick from Mitch, by the way, because he could have potentially got a little pass here. But RJ comes straight down here on the elbow, potential free throw line, and fakes out Ross. Ross doesn't get caught, but on the second one, he nails it, and I love that from RJ, man. My favorite play on the Knicks so far this year. This is why Julius is such a great big man on this Knicks team. He starts here at the 3 point line. He's throwing out the jab steps continually, trying to catch a rhythm, trying to see when he could go. He goes in and he has Barry over here, Kemba over here, and Mitch fighting for a call out down here, right? To see if he could get a ball. And then he goes back. Smart move from Mitch to let to potentially draw in a defender, which Randall is already doing. He's drawing RJ Hampton to him while Carter is falling here. I believe that's Carter. And what does he do? He's driving, and he could see that Fournier is open. He knows now that Fournier is open. This is his vision. I mean, we could do a different color for the vision. His vision is right here. He sees he's open, gets the pass to him, and look how much space Fournier has now. Pocket dimension. Great move, and yeah, that's that. Exactly what he was doing with Bullock last year. Start of the second quarter, and I just want to point out how crafty Fournier is. I'm loving this pickup, man. He fights through here. He gets right here, and Randall's backing down his man, right? Gets the pass to Fournier. Fournier's cleared. Tries to give him a screen. Fournier, he fakes a pass, and Randall is coming down here. The defender is keen on stopping Fournier. Fakes the pass, right? 1-2, gets the pass into Randall, and he's already in transition. Mobama can potentially try to stop him, but he takes a business decision. Let me not, and Randall goes all the way. Look at my BX brethren, Kemba. Cole is trying to close out, and Kemba is doing Kemba things. Look at him, ISOing Cole, backing him down. He trying to go for the help defense, but he doesn't even see Suggs, so he doesn't even feel no pressure. Cardiac Kemba! I love him. I just think this is a great move for Randall off the inbound pass. I love this from Randall. Off the inbound pass, gets the pass, fakes it because he knows Bamba's right there. He could have potentially got a and one, but he does so much shimmies here. Fakes it, is about to turn back, gets two men in the air, and gets an easy bucket. Randall, high IQ basketball play there. Speaking again, here is this all around team play. Fournier to Randall, back to Fournier. I was talking about this in my cast, but I want to mention it here. Randall, he sees he has a mismatch, and he does what we know as Knicks fans from last year. He can make this shot. These off balance shots. He backs him down. He's already in his spot. Gets the elbow, bang. He drills a little nice elbow shot there, and it always looks off balance, but he has that shot down pat. Like I said, all these guys are shooters, right? And Rose, he passes it to Quickly. Quickly has a potential. He can shake him off and shimmy here, but he passes it to Rose, and what is this gonna do? It's gonna around the world. It's gonna go around the world. Toppin, he's open. He's a 3-point shooter. You're not gonna contest. Rolo does it too late. Toppin for the three. Closes out too late. And this is why Toppin is gonna get a playing time. Straight off. Straight off of whatever he already had a three, right? Gets a hand on there. Doesn't beat out Cole, but he still gets a hand on it twice. Rolls, tip pass, Toppin all the way, slam dunk. He just needs to get more playing time, in my opinion. I love this play from Randall. Mo Bamba a little late to this one. Look at Randall's wind up. He goes so slow, and still Mo Bamba gets his hand up in the air way too late, and he's already having a slow start already. Randall's even laughing about it. And there we go. That's the end of that one. Let's get into it now. Let's get into the next game. Okay, this is the second game. We're gonna be discussing Knicks highlights in this one. Let's jump into it. Okay, so Barrett already, the offense running through him early on. We're down 3-0. Mitch setting the pick. Barrett's gonna come down here and do Barrett things. Potential beat on beating his man. Seeing he's drawing the defense. Mitch is there. He could potentially pass to. And he goes for a wraparound pass all the way to Kemba. And Wagner late to his man. Kemba, three. This is just a slight mishaps from Fournier. Loses the ball. Wagner goes for it. Gets a nice little steal. All the way with it. He has three men there. Cole easy buckets. And no one can account for how hot Cole was in this game. I mean, after a poor shooting night for him last game, coming back and having a really good game. I think he put on a double-double, had like 11 defensive rebounds. And I like this from RJ. He's filling a nice role after setting a pick, trying to get Kemba open. Randall gives him the ball, and RJ does his little move, you know? Gets his own pocket dimension and hits a three dead on. His growth is impeccable. I love it from him. The offense, it flows so good when the rock is in Barrett's hand. And not just saying, we have a lot of players that can do that, where they could get the ball and be crafty and allow for other players to prosper off of it. And I'm glad RJ is showing that he can be that Robin to Randall's Batman, as people love to say on MSG. This is just something I want to point out, that the Knicks need to clean up on their defense. This hurt them a lot last year too. Is the cuts. What do we have? We have two guys here. These guys need to try to defend them from going on to the pick and roll. Kemba needs to fight it and potentially come back out, wrap around back here to fight Suggs, who's driving, and Randall needs to stop him potentially. Suggs doesn't even get down there. RJ leaves his man, and Wagner is open, clearly open, and as Suggs just picked up the ball. So it's just a small lapse in defense that happens consistently with the Knicks. It's happened last year. It looks like it's going to need to be something talked about this year. This is something I'm shocked about, but I love that he's incorporated in his game. Pull up three from D Rose. Bangs it. Like, that's just something I like to see in his game. I like to see that he's still adding to his bag of what already he already has a deep bag, and now he's just adding to it. That's unfair. Two deep. Wow. Okay, we're not even gonna say anything there. Two pull up threes back to back from D Rose in these highlights. Nice. Again, that's just why I say Toppin needs to be um in the game um more often, so that he could get some of these plays. I mean, especially if there's no Mo Bamba, if they're going to a small court, Toppin needs to be in the game if the team is gonna chance it on us having a small court. And this is why I say if they go small ball, we go small ball. This is why if they have Rolo and Mo Bamba out, you don't go small ball, because this is what happens. We know this. We have Rolo on our team. Great assist from him. Get Mo Bamba easy inside. No one to contest. Just some rotational ideas for Tibbs. I know Tibbs doesn't like messing with his rotation. Listen, I'm not gonna tell you how to coach. I'm not gonna tell you how to do your rotations. I'm just saying what I think, what I'm seeing. And again from Rose, the double picks is coming up for him. He chooses to go past one pick, two. He doesn't even need the double pick, and pull up three. It's so unfair that Rose has added this to his bag, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is what I want to see from Burks more often, is him being crafty and aggressive. I know he can be crafty. I know he can create shots for himself. But don't. He missed like some layups last year, and times where I felt he could have been more aggressive. I like this from him. Toppin saves the turnover from quickly, potential turnover, and Burks has a lot of options here. He could go, he could drive, he could pass back, he could drive and get this layup. He could pass back out to quickly, pass over here to Toppin. But this is something I want him to do. I want him to be more aggressive. I want him to take this as his option. All right, you're gonna go. I'm gonna go at you, and I'm gonna get this layup on you. And defense to offense here, they clog up. The Knicks clog up the paint and get a steal here off of Ross. Rose, he sees his man's running. He sees he has options. He has Toppin here. He has Quickly there. And Quickly, what does he do? What does he do? He's a 3-point shooter. You know he's gonna shoot it. And Mitch comes in with the save. But Quickly, you don't, like Coach said last year, you don't have to be afraid if he's not gonna shoot it, because he's always gonna shoot it. And he potentially has that floater game too on pack coming back to him. So he could have done a lot of things there. I'm glad he was aggressive, took that 3-point shot. And Mitch, even better IQ from Mitch there to be there and get the easy putback dunk. So I have to give Mitch some love here. I feel like in these past highlights he has some good plays, and this is one I have to point out here. I love this one because it shows some of his personality. Rose right here, right? He gets inside. He sees he has a potential layup, but Mo Bamba. What is he doing? He's winding up. He's getting ready to block your shot. And I don't know if they made eye-to-eye connection here, but I see that they could see each other. And he does a little wraparound pass as he gets both guys off their feet, actually. They're both in the air. Suggs and Bamba. And Mitch is right there for an easy dunk. That should have been an and one. That should have been an and one. And what does he do? He flexes. Yeah, Mitch, flex. Flex, Mitch. That's what I like to see from him. I love that he's getting fed on the offense more this year. It's even though he had a scare in this game, I feel like him being more offensive in terms of the last time I seen him offensive last season was Washington. The game he got his injury. He had like 12 points already, and he got injured in the second half, in the second quarters or third quarter. And again, they're feeding him. He was starving last year. It's great to see that he's getting fed now. He's not starving no more. I mean, he bulked up too. Do you not see his arms now? Look his arms. Look at his arms. He bulked up. And we have to talk about this. If we're gonna talk about the Knicks, we need to talk about their discussion of some of the lapses in defense here. Fournier just gets beat. Stop defense wasn't there. He he had Fournier looking around, and RJ Hampton gets all the way to the bucket. And Barry, I think he's torn. He has to defend either Hampton or Wagner. So he takes it and trusts Fournier and gets beat, obviously. This is just a little scare on Mitch's part. He tries to box out here and trips up with Suggs. This is what had me scared. I mean, we can lose the game all we want, but I don't want to lose our center neither. Mitch is fundamental to his team, and he stays on the floor for a little while here. And he comes back, and we learn that it's nothing major. I just don't want to lose Mitch again. I feel like Mitch, it has to be a year. It has to be his year, And so far, I've been praising him for getting fed and having great defense. But I'm a little iffy on keeping him out on the floor so much because I don't want him to get injured, especially with Nerlens Noel out as well. Okay, whoever's doing the highlight, is this a highlight on defense or something? Because this is a foul. Why is this a highlight? He literally lands in Randall's landing space. This is a foul. So why is this highlight here? Is this to show that the refs are still not calling this? Look, he's in Randall's landing space, off balance. They'll call this for Curry, but they won't call this for Randall. Come on now. Again, I have to point out RJ, my favorite player. Little give and go action here. He sees that Randall has a mismatch, but Terrence Ross is in the air, so he darts immediately. And Randall, great eye from him. Easy pass, easy points. We don't want to make it harder on ourselves this year. Now, for anyone who might argue that I say that Burks looks lost, I'd show you this play right here. Burks, where are you, dude? You're over here, and I catch you looking over here, and now you see your man over here. You're not even looking at the ball anymore. You're actually lost at this point. And the Knicks in the fourth quarter, battling back in here. D Rose hits a nice dagger. Battling back in the fourth quarter, it was just, it was a one game already at the third, and they let up, and they let up off the gas, and they allow for the Orlando Magic to come back in this one. And they learn, and the Magic are up now, so. And this is my thing. Burks gets beat out here. Terrence Ross hits the dagger. This is the final highlight of the game. My thing is here is why in the highlights in the game Fournier is not on the floor until point three in the highlights, but he comes in at the 2 minute mark after having crazy fourth quarter games. He can't even be allowed to get hot because we're putting him in so late into the game after having lost Burks in the game for so long. It's just crazy to me. And that was all the highlights for the Magic series, as the Knicks have a great phenomenal game in the first one away, and then come back home and let go of the gas and lose to the Magic. As I said, great for both games. It was really good. It was fun to see both teams find their rhythm. Orlando, they're a really young team, as I said. Knicks still trying to learn how to mend with each other, how to play with each other, and quite frankly, they let go of the gas. And I think it was a little on Tibbs' part to have Fournier out for so long and have Burks out on the floor for so long in that game. I think Burks, he just looked off to me in that game. What's his plus minus? He's plus two, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like he was there, you know. And Fournier, he had a -9, but I mean he's a starter, right? That'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're gonna be doing this after every game. Follow me on Colorcast. I cast all Knick games this season. I even have a podcast on Thursday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So make sure to go follow me there. My handle is @SantiagoG. So go follow me on Colorcast if you want to hear some my voice. And yeah, thank you everyone. That's it from me here at New York Neutrals. Santi, Knicks Neutrals.